Hello, everyone. Once again, you're welcome to my channel. Today, we'll not just be learning how to make a perfect instant noodles, but we'll also be learning um, to know exactly what it is that you eat. All right, so this video is supposed to be up to 3 episodes, but I'm just gonna match everything together. Here I already have the ingredients that I'm going to be showing you here. All right, while I'm showing you these ingredients, I'd like you to also listen to the knowledge that is related to instant noodles. So many people don't know if they should eat instant noodles. Some people, in fact, at some point, until the time I did research for this video, we had limited the times we eat noodles in our home. In fact, we stopped buying cartons of noodles like we used to do. And knowledge is very important because as at the time I made this video, I wasn't still sure if no instant noodles was healthy enough. And then while I got into the research, it will shock you that there is absolutely nothing wrong with eating instant noodles. So you're just gonna gain a lot of knowledge. And the I think the mistake people make is just eating the noodles. The noodles alone won't give you the basic vitamins you need. Okay, so that's why we add a lot of proteins and a lot of vegetables, right, to make it healthy too. Yeah, so those are the ingredients will make up for what the instant noodles is lacking. So the mistake people do is that they just eat the instant noodles without adding vegetables, without adding extra proteins, and is not healthy that way. So if you make it this way, you will always love to eat your instant noodles. Now there are many types of noodles, right, but some of them are not instant noodles. So our focus on this video and this teaching today is on instant noodles, right? Okay, so at this point, I'll be talking while I'm explaining, and so that you know what you eat, I'll also be coming to explain a little, tipping a little bit about the video. Okay, so at this point, I'm cutting the vegetables and getting ready. Added enough vegetable. I add so much pepper, right? If you cannot tolerate, so some people can even do without the pepper. You can add other vegetables. Okay, why do I have salt and the rest? Is to marinate the chicken, not to add in the noodles. Okay, so but when you're adding your salt, you need to be careful. Here I didn't add seasoning. I didn't add seasoning because we add seasoning to these plus the salt, and then don't forget that the noodles also has its own um uh, uh, yeah, his own stuff that you're going to put. It also has its own flavor and all that. So you're just going to add just a little salt, very little salt to your chicken. Okay, you can use any protein of your choice, right? You can use any protein of your choice. So very minimal salt and no seasoning, right? No, yeah. So you just add your spices, all right, and then cover it, cook for some time while, and then open and stir. Once it is done, definitely you will know when it is done. About 10 minutes of doing this, 8 to 10 minutes, it should be done. It depends on the size you are cutting. Okay, it depends on the size. And then I'm coming to add the vegetables, and I choose not to cook the noodles and keep, okay, because I don't want it to become soggy, right? Because if you strain it and keep for too long, it will become soggy. So but I'll soon, after I've fried the chicken, added the vegetables and all that, I'm still going to come back and prepare the cook the noodles. All right, so it's at this point that I will boil water, get it ready to put the noodles. And remember, especially if you're using this style of cooking for your noodles. You're not going to make your noodles to be so soft, because just like fried rice, you're going to make it a little bit hard, not too hard anyway, right? Soft enough for you to eat, but not too soft. And then, all right, you strain it and cook. All right, so I have already explained that, so let me go into the nitty-gritties. I call it know what you eat. We've had the first edition, know your afang soup, know your edikan soup. The last video I did, know your editan soup. Now we're talking about your instant noodles. You really need to know your instant noodles. There have been a lot of specifications, speculations whether people should eat instant noodles or whether they shouldn't eat instant noodles. So you will know that in this video. So don't go anywhere. Right. What is instant noodles made of? The basic ingredients of instant noodles is flour. All right, and the flour is made up of wheat flour. Okay, wheat flour, and starch, water, and salt. Okay, salt, starch is used as a binder, right? And water and salt. I think some other people are afraid of the binder that is used for instant noodles. By binder, I mean what is used for the instant noodles to stay together, like you have in a pack. Okay, so that actually depends on the company that is doing this. So it is not every company that will use a binder that is not good. So you can actually, we're not going to mention names here, all right? So it won't be like we're attacking any company, all right? But there are very healthy instant noodles out there. Okay, there are many of them, many healthy instant noodles. I don't know about the one that they use unhealthy ingredients as a binder, but there are many healthy ingredients out there. Okay, all right, so mainly wheat flour, starch, water, and salt, and these are healthy ingredients. Okay, consequently, instant noodles are always high in carbohydrates and fats. So if you are checking your weight, so you should eat just a little bit of it and lots of vegetables. All right, but they lack essential food components and or nutrients that is required in the daily human diet, such as fiber. Instant noodles doesn't have fiber, right? They lack vitamins and they lack minerals. So you see why we add lots of vegetables and many other things to the instant noodles, right? It is very important. And not just the noodles. I think the people have the seasoning that is added to the instant noodles. People have there's been a lot of speculation about MSG, which is the seasoning that is used, and the MSG is called monosodium glutamate. All right, that's the full meaning of MSG, and it is produced by the Ajinomoto group. Right, it is produced through fermentation of plant-based ingredients, only plant-based ingredients, so you can tell that it's not unhealthy. It's so healthy. Such as sugarcane, sugar beets, cassava, or corn. So MSG is sodium salt of glutamic acid. I studied biochemistry, so I can freely tell you about these names. Okay, this all right. So one of the most common naturally occurring amino acid. So MSG is a naturally occurring amino acid. So it is not unhealthy at all. All right. So of course, at the end of the day, you need to, in whatever you eat, including MSG, controlled portion is the key, because people who eat excessive MSG also have some it affects them negatively. Okay, so we'll look into that. Okay, people eat MSG and they don't even know they do. They feel MSG is the one that comes directly from instant noodles or the one that comes from the Ajinomoto directly. No, MSG is found in many food products, as we are going to be seeing later. So I would like you to listen. Okay, all right, so let me go back to the video. So at this point, I have cooked the instant noodles in boiled water. Make sure your water is boiled before you add the noodles, okay? And then I brought it back to the chicken and the vegetables that I did earlier. Remember, I did not add the spring onion, because once you add spring onion it will start wilting, so I didn't want it to wilt. I still want it to have that good green look, that fresh look. All right, so that's why I didn't add it at first. All right, so um we are going to talk about the MSG itself. Now, the safety of MSG first came into question in 1968 when a doctor wrote a letter to the New England Journal of Medicine titled Chinese Restaurant Syndrome. So some other people call the MSG Chinese restaurant yeah, syndrome, right? Okay, all right. So that is it. So this was written. I don't want to mention the name of the chef that made this, documented this. All right, so some people have experienced some neurotoxic effects and detrimental effects of the reproductive system through eating MSG. So, if you notice that you are, if you know you can't tolerate it if it affects you, so don't eat much of it. All right, you can use just salt like we did here, and add a lot of vegetables, and your instant noodles will still be very healthy. Okay, so the question again is it okay to eat MSG every day? Although it was considered a toxic ingredient during the 1960s, current evidence has dispelled that myth. Please note that current evidence, I also believed in that at some point, but current evidence has dispelled that myth, indicating that MSG, right, monosodium glutamate, is safe when consumed in moderate amount. Remember that I mentioned that earlier. You should consume it in moderate amount. All right, so you shouldn't eat excessively large doses or consume it if you experience adverse reaction. So some people react to monosodium glutamate in excess portions, just like some people react to a dairy product. All right, so it is the same situation. So MSG is healthy. And now, why you should eat in controlled portions? Because there are lots of other food ingredients that has MSG. It will surprise you to know that condiments like ketchup, mayonnaise, barbecue sauce, soy sauce, mustard, and other salad dressings have been known to contain MSG just to boost its flavor. The same way people add it to boost the flavor of their food. So this product, the other product that we eat, already has MSG. So you can imagine if you have that, and you also eat the raw MSG, add the raw MSG to your food. So please, everything in life is controlled portion. Everything you take into your system is all about controlled portion. Do not eat too much of it, I beg of you. All right, so MSG is added to enhance the salty and savory flavors that they are known for. All right, so it is very important to note that. And do you know, some people say they don't want MSG. In my country, in Nigeria, they call it white maggi. All right, some people call it white maggi. All right, white seasoning. Okay, so it will shock you to know that seasonings, other seasonings also contain MSG in large portions and quantities. Yes, it will surprise you, because some people say they don't want to eat the monosodium glutamate, right, that is produced by the Ajinomoto company, but they still eat large portions of other seasonings, right? Other seasonings, including curry, and many, let me not even mention the names, many seasonings have monosodium glutamate. All right, so it is important to eh, have controlled portions of it, because it is also contained in other food products that you eat, including that the chips you buy from the store. They add this to enhance the taste. Yes, the French fries and the rest, and the dressings of all sorts. It also has MSG. So, somebody might want to ask, is there any substitute for MSG? Yes, there are substitutes for MSG, but the truth is that you hardly find the substitutes, especially in country that produce fake products. I don't want to mention the name of the country. In countries that have fake products, right? Like they fake their soy sauce and the rest. You will hardly find those things still without MSG. So you can check the contents, okay? You can check the contents. So if you buy your food products from countries that do not allow people to imitate other products, you should be able to get the ones without MSG, monosodium glutamate. All right, so I'm going to mention those substitutes you can use to MSG if you react to it adversely. Number one on the list is soy sauce, right? So you can check, some soy sauce still have MSG, right? So don't be deceived. So you can check make sure you are buying a good product, and then also check the contents. All right, these things, they always write what their content of, you write on the label. So check their content, and you will be able to know if the soy sauce is with MSG or without MSG. Okay, so soy sauce is a good substitute, rich in umami as with broth cubes. First, check the list of ingredients, right? Like I said, all right. Then oyster sauce, fish sauce, right? Worcestershire sauce. They are all a good substitute for MSG. All right. Okay, so I'm still going to go ahead to mention other food products. All right, yeah, beef broth. Even as a food vendor, I don't add monosodium glutamate to my food, right? Just a few times, but most times I don't. Why? I have enough chicken broth or beef broth to use and prepare my food. The reason why people try attempted to use monosodium glutamate is because they don't have enough beef broth, they don't have enough meat broth to use and make the food. So a good homemade beef broth is a very concentrated umami. Umami is that taste that is gotten from the monosodium glutamate. All right, okay, so to obtain the best possible flavor, it is necessary to cook the bones, all right, and the aromatics slowly. You can cook the bones and the aromatics slowly. Sometimes you can even buy those bones from those vendors. You can buy them from meat vendors, right? And cook it slowly, and you can extract enough broth that you will use for your cooking. If at this point you've not liked this video, you are wrong. Please like the video, please leave some comments, please subscribe, and share the video. Please share the video. All right, so I'm not done yet. I'm still going back to say a few things before we conclude on this. All right, I also mentioned another thing that you can use as a substitute is a Parmesan cheese. Yeah, Parmesan cheese has this natural, very tasty flavor. That's why they use it in a risotto. They use it for pasta. They use it for pizza, and other Italian dishes. Many Italian dishes. Parmesan cheese is very good. All right, and then the shielded mushrooms. Mushrooms are very good. In fact, they have this natural. The shielded mushrooms have one of the highest concentrations of glutamate in vegetables. All right, incorporated into savory dishes. They not only add an intense mushroom flavor, but they also help to enhance the other ingredients. Somebody's learning a lot in one video, right? That is why you should subscribe to my channel, because I'm going to be bringing lots of these. Some people have these speculations, is monosodium glutamate banned in places like the United States or in Canada and some places. No, I'm not yet aware of where this is banned. Okay. So if you know of any country that monosodium glutamate is banned, you can leave it in the comments. All right. So with that, while it is possible to have either a food sensitivity to MSG or any MSG containing foods, there is no scientific evidence to prove that the food additive causes allergies in humans. No sensitive record. All right. And evidence to prove that the food is not good to humans. So if you personally experience unusual symptoms after eating particular food items containing MSG, so you see your doctor, or you can withdraw from eating, or you use maybe just salt to prepare your food. So with that, we have come to the end of this particular edition of Know What You Eat, which is Know Your Instant Noodles. I know somebody gained value for this time. Do well to like, leave a lot of comments, and subscribe, turn on your notification bell so you will be notified when next I bring on this video. Thank you so much for staying till this time. God